You driving along, minding your own business, and then, bam, that thought hits you out of nowhere. Wait, did I pay the car tax? It's a feeling that millions of us get. Well, today, we're putting that worry to bed for good. We've actually teamed up with the absolute experts at Pro Tax Accountant to build the ultimate guide for the 2025 to 26 tax year. So, let's get you sorted.
Picture this. You're doing the school run in Manchester, or maybe you're stuck in traffic heading to a big meeting in London. That little doubt can totally creep in. Is my car actually taxed? It feels like a small thing, but trust me, as we're about to see, the consequences of getting this wrong are anything but small.
And there's a very good reason for that worry. If you get caught driving an untaxed vehicle, you're looking at an instant, on-the-spot £80 fine from the DVLA. That's a pretty expensive trip to the shops, but that's just the start of it. It gets a whole lot worse if you just ignore it.
Yeah, if you don't settle that initial £80 fine, the penalty can skyrocket to a whopping £1,000 if your case goes to court. And on top of all that, your car could get clamped or even towed away. All of a sudden, that tiny nagging doubt has turned into a massive, very expensive headache.
This is exactly why we're working with Pro Tax Accountant on this guide. They see people getting caught in this trap all the time. And their whole goal isn't just about helping you dodge those penalties, it's about showing you how staying on top of your tax can genuinely save you money in the long run. So, here's our game plan. We'll kick things off by digging into why this check is so critical. Then, I'll walk you through the super simple 2-minute check you can do right now. We'll decode the latest tax rates for 2025 and 26, and get this, we'll even see how you might be able to get money back from the DVLA. Plus, we've got some killer strategies for business owners before we wrap it all up with a final checklist.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the real stakes here. This isn't just a handful of people forgetting to pay. Oh no, this is a massive nationwide issue, and honestly, the numbers are pretty mind-blowing.
Just look at this. In the last year alone, the DVLA caught over 2.5 million untaxed vehicles on UK roads. That led to an incredible £150 million in penalties being issued. The big takeaway here, that nagging feeling is common for a reason. It's unbelievably easy to get caught out and become one of these statistics.
All right, enough with the scary numbers. The good news is you can go from that feeling of doubt to complete certainty in literally less time than it takes to boil a kettle. Let's walk through the official, totally free, and foolproof method right now.
It honestly is this simple. Step 1, just grab your car's registration number. Step 2, head directly to the official government website. That's gov.uk/check-vehicle-tax. Pop in your reg number, and that's it. You get an instant confirmation of your tax status and the exact expiry date. Now, here's a pro tip. Only ever use the official gov.uk site. There are a ton of copycat websites out there that will try to charge you for this service, which is completely free. Don't get caught out.
Okay, so knowing your tax status is step 1, but understanding your tax rate, what you're actually paying, is just as crucial, especially with some big new rules coming in for the 2025/26 tax year. What you pay can vary massively depending on what car you drive.
The key date you have to remember is April 1st, 2017. It's like a dividing line. If your car was registered before that day, your tax is all about its CO2 emissions. Simple. But if it was registered after that date, it's a completely different system. You pay a first-year rate based on emissions and then a standard flat rate every year after that. And to top it off, there's an extra luxury tax if your car's list price was over £40,000.
Now, the big headline for 2025 is right there at the top. For the very first time, zero-emission vehicles, yep, electric cars, are being brought into the tax system. So a brand new Tesla Model 3 will now have a £10 first-year rate, and then it'll jump to the standard annual rate after that. It's a huge shift in policy. And as you can see, the rates climb pretty steeply from there, topping out at over £2,700 for the highest emitting vehicles.
Okay, stay with me, because this next point might just surprise you. We've talked a lot about paying the DVLA, but what if I told you they might actually owe you money? It's way more common than you think, and the average refund is around £120.
So here's how it works. If you've paid your tax for a full year, but your situation changes, you're due a refund for any full unused months. This kicks in if you sell your car, scrap it, or even export it. It also applies if you officially take it off the road with a SORN declaration, or if your vehicle suddenly becomes exempt, for example, under the Disabled Drivers Scheme.
And just so we're crystal clear on SORN, it stands for Statutory Off-Road Notification. This is the official process you follow when your car isn't being used and is kept on private property, like in a garage or on a driveway. It legally pauses your duty to tax and insure it, but, and this is the important bit, you absolutely cannot use it on a public road again until you've taxed it.
Now, let's switch hats for a moment and look at this from a business perspective. Whether you're a sole trader with a van or you're managing a whole fleet of company cars, your vehicle tax is directly connected to your business finances. Getting this wrong doesn't just risk a fine, it could seriously mess up your tax return.
Let's make this real. I want you to meet Tom. He's a self-employed courier up in Glasgow. A quick check, prompted by his accountant, found one of his vans was untaxed. Whoops. With some expert help, not only did he avoid any fines, but he also managed to secure 1,800 pounds in mileage claims from HMRC that were totally at risk because of that one simple oversight.
And this really gets to the heart of why this stuff matters so much for businesses. You can claim your vehicle expenses in one of two ways, either as a simple flat mileage rate or by claiming the actual running costs, which includes your tax. But here's the absolute kicker. HMRC requires your vehicle to be fully road legal for any of these claims to be valid. An untaxed vehicle means your expense claims can be completely thrown out.
Phew. Okay. We have covered a ton of ground. So let's pull it all together into a simple, straightforward compliance checklist. These are the absolute must-know takeaways to make sure you stay on the right side of the law and maybe even save a bit of cash.
Right, here is your 5-point plan. 1. Bookmark.gov.uk checker and actually use it. 2. Make sure you understand your specific rate, especially with those new rules for electric vehicles. 3. Never leave money on the table. If you're owed a refund, claim it. 4. Double-check if you might qualify for an exemption. And 5. For all you business owners, make tax compliance a non-negotiable part of your accounting routine.
And of course, a quick but very important disclaimer. This guide is designed to give you a really clear general overview, but it is not a substitute for professional, tailored advice. For your specific circumstances, it's always best to speak with an expert.
And speaking of experts, if after all this you're thinking you might need some personalized advice on vehicle tax or any other business accounting challenge, the team over at ProTax Accountant is ready and waiting to help. You can reach them directly on WhatsApp or by phone at the number you see on screen, 07985689912. You can also drop them an email. We've also put a link to their fantastic blog post about handling issues with HMRC in the description for you to check out.
So, the next time that little seed of doubt creeps into your mind while you're driving, you'll know exactly what to do. If this guide helped you feel more in control, just imagine what else you could learn. Make sure you subscribe for more expert guides that are designed to save you time, money, and a whole lot of stress.